So over the years of working with men, one of the things that has become more apparent than ever is the fact that men are not managing their finances. And it is causing huge amounts of stress, uncertainty, and a lack of control. Because when we don't have control of our finances, it creates huge, monumental amounts of anxiety, which then affect your daily life, okay? And then you end up surviving in life just because you're constantly thinking about money and you're constantly overwhelmed and going to the worst case scenario. So in this particular video, I'm going to look at the personal side of your finances, controlling your personal side. Now, I have to manage my business finances as well, what's coming in, what's going out, budgeting, yada, yada, yada. That's not what this video is about. This is about how do we pay more attention to our personal finances so that we don't constantly keep getting in the shit, so that we don't keep putting ourselves in a position where we're constantly scrambling financially and we restrict our opportunities. Whenever I speak to anyone about investing on themselves, and they turn around and say, oh, I don't think I can afford it. When I say I don't think, I asked them, when was the last time you checked their account? And one of the guys said they hadn't even checked their account for 5 weeks. And I was like, how the fuck do you know whether you can afford it or not? Because you're not budgeting. And one of the things that I often tell people to do is go and print your personal bank statements from the last 3 months. Grab a highlighter pen and highlight all of the things that you spent money on that you really didn't need to spend money on. You will be baffled at how much money, additional costs that you incur through your life spending on shit. So I'm going to go through things that I do to manage my personal finances so that I don't constantly feel out of control. And also apologies for the light. As this gets better, this setup, we will get better lighting, but just deal with it. So here, there's 2 key things that we need to manage our finances. Number 1 is control. We need control. We need control of our structures, our routines, and our systems. We need control of the numbers that are coming in and the numbers that are going out so that we know where we're at, okay? We then get that clarity that we're looking for. So how do I get more clarity about forecasting, about putting money away for pensions, about putting money away for savings, all right? Control and clarity. When we practice these 2 things, consistency follows. It's like anything else that we do in a building a mission, right? We start something, we build control on it, we get clarity on it, consistency just follows that trail. So the structure that I have when it comes to managing my personal accounts is that I will look at my accounts every single morning. So once I've done my morning routine, I'll get my phone, I'll look at it, and I'll just double check what the outgoings have been over the last couple of days. You know, even though I already know because I looked yesterday. But it just allows me to just get clarity about what the balance is, okay? Make sure there's no unexpected costs that have come out. Make sure that my 17-year-old hasn't nicked my card to go down the shops, right? So it's clarity, it's certainty, it's management. You're managing it. Even if nothing's changed, you're just looking at it. You're getting into good habits and practices, okay? The second part of that structure is every single Monday, once I've done my morning routine, at about 5:30 in the morning, when I get back from my walk, I will spend 20 to 30 minutes working out everything that's come out of my account, okay, personally and within my business, right? So I will write that down on an Excel spreadsheet. So on this spreadsheet, what I have down the side is I have all of my costs that come out, the same costs every single month. So it would be your mortgage, your gas, your insurances, your electrics, your gym membership, the movement, investment in yourself. So boom, 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 boom. And I put the first column is the date. The second column is what it is. And then it's the finance. And then what I would do every Monday is I will move over everything that's come out. Okay. So at the bottom, I've got this subtotal. And every time I move it over, that tells me how much more money is coming out of my account still for the rest of the month. So if I get to today is the 20th of February, the majority of my stuff has been paid. So I know how much money is coming out of my account, right? Between now and the very end of the month, because it's just there for me to see. And just by simply moving it over, I can see how much I've paid, see how much is left to pay, right? So that again gives me clarity about where my money is at, okay? I know what's coming out. I know when it's coming out. So I know that if we want to go out for a meal or something, I know that we can afford it or we can't afford it. So that is kind of like a structure that I have, and it's coming to it regularly. It's just like your accountability. It's just like checking in with your plans or your missions, right? It's being accountable. It's taking charge. Part of your mission is like to be financially free or to be able to do more. Then we've got to be able to manage our finances at that set. So the routine is pretty much kind of like what I've just spoken about. You know, getting into the habit of looking at your accounts at the same time every day is like a non-negotiable. Doing your weekly financial review and plan is do it at the same time. Like mine's always on the Monday morning, okay? Always on the Monday morning. Making sure I am clear on the numbers. And alongside that, actually, in fact, we're going to come straight into systems now. The system that we have is that I put a certain amount of money, so a percentage away, that I will put into savings, okay? And what I will have is a savings spreadsheet. So that savings spreadsheet will work over the year. So every single year I have what my aim is to save, what it actually is, and where it is at by the end of the year. So I kind of almost know what we're doing, all right? So if I've got a credit card that we're paying off from fucking years ago. I've got my savings in terms of my ISA, so my investment, and then I've got just a general saving for things that we need to do for house improvements and stuff like that. So I will look at how much I'm putting in there so I can forecast ahead and go, right, I know where I'm putting my money, I know where it's being saved, I know how it's being used, okay, and I know what I've got left. And this allows you to budget, right? So instead of just going, oh, I don't think I can afford it, you can now clearly see on your spreadsheets that you have X amount left over a month when all the outgoings are coming in, right? So as well as those outgoings that are definitely coming in, underneath you need to have things like fuel, food, any other varying cost that's in there that you need to kind of put into play, right, to get control of it. And don't hide anything. Financials is so important to make sure you see it as it is. Don't fudge it up. You have to be really clear. You know, one of the first things that I did within my business is that I read this book called Profit First. And when all of your incomings come into the business, you take what you want to get in a salary. It's very then clear whether you're in profit or not, and is a bit of an eye-opener. I used to bury my head in the finances because it was never always what I wanted it to be. I was always hiding from it. But I micro-analyze my finances down to the last pound to make sure that I have control and that I have clarity, because when I don't, I know that anxiety kicks in. So from here, go and get yourself a spreadsheet. Go and work out all the things that come out of your account. Go and have a look at the last 3 months and see how much money you've spent that you didn't really need to spend on shit, takeaways, fucking coffees, whatever it is, Babe Station, okay? I know you got your subscription to Babe Station or your premium account on Pornhub. Enough. Go and sort your finances out. You're going to feel a lot better when you're in control. And if you don't like what you're seeing, then you've got to find a way to start earning more money with side hustles, or you've got to be able to look at something and go, right, how do I manage this over the next 12 months so that there's a plan? There's always got to be a mission. Mission in life, mission in finances, mission in business, missions in health. It's all relative. It's about seeing the bigger picture rather than panicking, right? The number of people that just panic because they don't have that control. Let's go.